Hello, Middleton, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Planck's Principles podcast. It has been about a month since I last connected with you, and so thank you for your patience while I was a little bit absent here in my weekly obligation to be passing along some of the information that makes Middleton move. I first wanted to share with you today a couple of reminders and updates. The first is about our facilities. I want to foreshadow the fact that you will be receiving a survey here really quite soon, shortly after spring break, roughly the second week of April. This is a survey that the Board of Education is going to have sent out to all of our community, and it's going to be asking for you to consider your thoughts, ideas, and reactions to how we are planning for our future regarding our facilities. As you know, there's been a community-based planning committee that has been working and reporting information to the Board of Education for approximately the last 18 months. So the findings of their work and the questions are now coming to you for your insight and feedback. So please watch for that survey and contribute your voice when you can. Secondly, I thought I would take an opportunity to just mention our course selection process and what is currently happening and what comes next. So as you know, every student at Middleton High School goes through a process in January and into early February where they select the courses they want for next school year. So this January, February, students told us these are the classes that they would like for the 2018-19 school year. And while that happens, that process now, once we collect all of that data back from students, that drives our staffing decisions for next school year. There are budget implications for that, and a number of decisions need to be made as to how we're going to move forward. So it might mean that certain classes, we're only going to have maybe one section of a class, and it's already got 30 students, so we would close that class and not enroll any more students. Or we determined that there were 45 students in a class, or 46, and so we put 23 students in each section, and that creates a couple of sections of a class. Or maybe only 2 students asked for a class, and that's just not enough students for us to run a course. So to give you some perspective or some scope about our process, we had 37,889 student course requests. What that translates into is that represents 279 unique different courses. That's our 194 actual classes that we offer here. Plus that includes things like an independent study or an online class or a study hall that are all factored into those numbers. So those course requests are representing 279 different courses, and that turns into 1,092 class sections that we have to manipulate and make work within our master schedule. 1,092 classes. Every full-time staff member here teaches 10 classes, 5 each semester. So that's 109.2 teachers if everyone were to work full-time. And then that requires us to utilize 110 classroom spaces every block of every day. So that just gives you some insight as to that process, the scope of that process, and why it actually takes a fair bit of time. So as we say all along, please be patient, understand that it is a process that sometimes not all of our classes run, and that we have to make compromises and adjustments as we go. The third topic that I'd wanted to just review ever so slightly is that of school safety. As of late, there has been significant discussion and conversation around school safety across the country. And Middleton High School is no different. As we took some time and once again reviewed all of our various different safety protocol, one of the items that we thought we really needed to address was how many entrances are being used, especially in the morning as we start our school day. And as you know by now, we recognize that by limiting entrances to the 2 entrances on Bristol Street, that that's a little bit inconvenient for our students. We appreciate your flexibility and we appreciate your understanding, and we will continue to do all we can to ensure that we're finding just that nice balance between what is appropriate in terms of convenience as that is put up against our ultimate responsibility and goal to provide student safety. So again, just a couple of updates and reminders for you. Wanted to touch base before students headed out for spring break. I do hope that your student, as well as you and your family, friends, and loved ones, are able to find an opportunity to, if nothing else, just have a change of pace and to enjoy the longer days and the warmer weather. Have a great spring break, and I'll look forward to talking to you again when we return in April.